Oh, yes. Mr. Wonderful is back in the FC Sneaker Factory. Oh, once again, the light, it's always shining bright when it comes to this channel, when it comes to the FC Sneaker Factory, but when it also comes to Mr. Wonderful, who is right in front of you, in front of your screens, going through the YouTube airwaves as I always do. Another sneaker profile for you beautiful people out there, the fellas. Oh, yes, and those beautiful ladies that I call my cheerleaders. Oh, you know what I like. I appreciate you for coming on into the FC Sneaker Factories because guess what? Those doors, I just opened them up for you beautiful people to come on board and let's go ahead and do another sneaker profile. Oh, yes. The curveballs keep coming, right? You probably were thinking, oh, Mr. Wonderful is going to bless the people with some SBs, some grails. No. That's why when I'm the pitcher, I throw whatever pitch I want to throw. And when it comes to this specific five that I'm about to show you, when it comes to this specific segment, we're going to talk about some shoes that you may have forgot about as far as signature basketball athletes shoes. And you see the freaking thumbnail. So hopefully you're able to put two and two together. Or in case you're hopefully, God, I hope and pray that you guys are all literate and you all can read. Because if you read, you know what's coming and you know what I'm about to hit you. Sneaker profile 166 right here. Yes, and we're closer, reaching closer and closer when it comes to the 170 mark. Guess what? We will touch that at the end of this segment, but you're going to have to hold on tight for that one. But because you know what? I got a beautiful one right here in my sights. My eyes are locked on them and they look amazing, just like how Mr. Wonderful always looks amazing when it comes to the content. Yes, we may not get a lot of viewers. Yes, we may not get a lot of subscribers. But guess what? We're still kicking those freaking doors open. And we're still going to flood the market as far as the videos and as far as content goes. Hopefully I'll get some recognition just like how Mr. Wonderful deserves. But before all that, let's go ahead and let's do a fit check. Oh, as you can see, looking amazing as always. The hair, always looking amazing. The skin, oh, I drank a lot of water. And I take good care of this beautiful face. But let's talk about the fit. Let's go ahead and go into this fit check. As you can see, oh, you see the Lacoste gator right there. Oh, and you see that Supreme little zip up right there because you know I'm rocking a collaboration. But let's take a look at the entire fit. Okay, so this is a long sleeve, little mid zip, Lacoste and Supreme collab. Of course, I'm rocking the AG dark denim. And then, of course, the white crew neck Stanford JC Penney's tee to go underneath. Oh, that crispy tee. You know how I do it. But let's go ahead and now go into, let's open those, first of all, let's go ahead and open those books up because we're about to open those books up to Sneaker Profiles 166 and it's a freaking gem. This is a shoe that I was not able to pick up in my youth, in my high school days. This is an amazing shoe right here though. I always wanted it, but I just never was able to pick it up because I really just wasn't a big fan of Reeboks. Even though this was an era when they like a lot of people were wearing them. 1996 to be exact was when this shoe first originally came out. But let's talk about the box first and then let's go ahead and go into the shoe. And let's go into why this shoe's in my sneaker factory as you see behind me, but also why I chose to pick this specific colorway up. We'll go into all that when it comes to this specific episode of the Sneaker Profiles 166. So here we go. You see that the Reebok was a little beat up. This is how I got it. So this was not a retail pickup. Actually, to be honest with you, hand to God. Okay, this is actually the second time I owned this specific shoe. Okay, I originally owned it God knows when. But I never had the original pair. But this was the 2012. So I want to say I owned the 2012 twice. This is the second time that this has been in the collection. But the first time I picked it up, I had it and I never wore it. I never wore it. So at that time I was downsizing. So I decided to let it go. Mr. Wonderful said, you know what? Enough's enough. I gotta part ways with this beautiful shoe and bless somebody else out there. And I believe I sold it on eBay. So just like how I always do it, I regretted it. And I was like, you know what? I want that shoe. I want to actually wear it. And I picked it up again on eBay. So this was an eBay pickup. I can't tell you the exact date that I picked this up, but I want to say maybe 2015, around that era, around that time. Who knows? But I picked it up again, eBay pickup, and it came just like this. But you do see that typical Reebok box when they're releasing a lot of these shoes. And let's take a look at the label on the box. You see that? Question mid, Iverson 10.5, because that's how Mr. Wonderful always does it. A size 10.5. And then the labeling on this one is white, pearlized red. Okay? So now let's take a look at this. Oh, wait. First of all, let's open up the box and let's take a look at the tissue paper. So you do got that Reebok tissue paper going on in here. I have one shoe in there already, and I already took out the other one. So let's take a look at this gem that we call the Reebok Question Mid, the Iverson right here. This is Iverson's first signature shoe when it came to his specific Reebok line, and this shoe is a classic. Now let's take a closer look at it. All right, the Question Mid, beautiful shoe, right? I mean, the colors pop, especially for being a Reebok, even all this time later, right? Back from 1996, and now we're at 2023, and it still looks amazing, and it's still one of those shoes that you definitely would get a lot of eyes. Maybe not because it's the most glamorized shoe, right? Not like Mr. Wonderful, but it's more of that nostalgia of the shoe that may turn those heads of those people that you come across. But here we go. Okay, so originally released back in 1996, this was Iverson's first signature shoe right here. And you see that it's been, okay, so this is the 2012 retail price of $125. But this shoe has been really retro numerous times. But this specific one right here, the 2012 version, this was the first time that Reebok brought back this original colorway from 96. Okay, so that's why this is very special one, this date exactly, the 2012, because we all know 2023, I mean, we probably seen this shoe a lot of times in a lot of different colorways when it came to this specific one. But the 2012, it was actually done right. This one had all the same materials and all the same colors. There's no gray or suede cap toe right here. This is straight leather. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so as you can see, that beautiful red, right? The original red, that 76ers red right here on that toe cap. But right here, this is all that nice tumble leather. And then you see that Reebok on the lace loops. This beautiful stitched in Reebok logo right here. This bumblebee type cone right here when it came to like the midsole. All that nice white midsole rubber. And of course right here, more of that bumblebee hive on the midsole. I mean, I just love that. And then let's take a look at this. So this leather is good quality leather. It's that thick tumble leather. And then let's take a look at the back right here, the rear. You know, Mr. Wonderful always loves the ladies' rears. But you see that question on the back of your ankle collar, the nice 3 right there, beautiful 3. And then the medial part right here. So it is a little bit different. So you see that this is the lateral. Let's flip it to the medial. So there's no Reebok spelled out. It's just the Reebok logos on each lace loop. Besides that, it's identical. And then you got that nice translucent Reebok on the outsole, and then that nice air cushion right there. So what do you think? Was this shoe ever in your collection? Was this shoe ever, have you ever put this shoe on? Because I'm about to show you how it looks from the aerial view. So let's take a look at the aerial view. Okay, so as you can see, the straight 90 shoe, that thick, fat shoe, right? Not skinny, nothing by no means it's skinny. This is very, very wide. It's one of those wide 90 shoes. So let's take a look at the tongue right here. So this is one of the things I really didn't like about this shoe is the tongue kind of twist, and you do have that nice Reebok logo right there. And then this is all that nice nylon, so you can't get that dirty. But when you put it on, this twists around your ankle. So it's not like straight on like how it should be. It gives that little twist to it. That's the only thing I really don't like about this shoe, but it's a clean shoe. And you see that nice white, you have to be careful when you put this on foot. You can't wear any type of colored socks because you will dye this nice white pure ankle collar. And then of course inside you see that painted on Reeboks with the Reebok logo on there. Great shoe, right? Great shoe. I was happy to get this back in the collection, but I never wore it, right? I never wore this, but I had to get it because I missed it, right? I missed this shoe. It was dear to my heart. Just never had a chance to wear it when I first picked it up, and then now I still haven't worn it to this day. So this may possibly leave the collection, may possibly leave the sneaker factory, the FC sneaker factory to be exact. I'm still not sure, but this is one of the shoes I may have to let go because it's just not getting any wears. And it's just, when I put it on, it's like one of those shoes where it's just very fat. I don't have the fattest legs. I have nice, skinny, beautiful legs. So this definitely is a hard wear for me. Obviously, I don't wear really too much Reeboks, so this one I might have to let go. But let me know, how do you feel about this shoe? Does this shoe take you back to the 90s, right? When Iverson first came in the league, when he crossed over Michael Jordan, because that's when he was wearing this shoe when he crossed him over. What do you think about this shoe right here? Is this one of those nostalgic shoes that, man, it just brings back all those memories? Or is this a shoe that you just cannot relate to? Let me know. I'd appreciate that. Drop a comment down below like I always ask. And you know what? If I didn't ask, that means I don't give a crap about what you think. So if I ask, that means I do care. Mr. Wonderful cares about what you think about this shoe and how you feel about this shoe. I'd appreciate those comments down below. Yes, sneaker profile 160. We are about to close the books on this one, but guess what? In a couple days, we will be doing it all over again, just like how Mr. Wonderful always does it when it comes to the profiles. Bringing you profiles every other day, and in between that time, I drop you those shorts so you guys can go ahead and listen to some beautiful music, but also you can take a nice look at this beautiful shoe. I appreciate you for stopping by, taking some time out of your busy ass day. Because you know Mr. Wonderful always has busy days when it comes to his busy life. As you can see, you see the sneakers behind me. I'm definitely representing because you know what? YouTube is my pedestal and this sneaker genre is my playground. And I hope to see you once again in a couple of days because we're going to be on Sneaker Profiles 166. Oh yes. All you other YouTube channels, you might be up in the numbers, but I'm up in my delivery. And you know what? At the end of the day, all you YouTube viewers out there, you're going to see and you're going to recognize who's Mr. Wonderful and who are the wannabes. And just like how I always see every profile, every Floyd's pickups, I always leave you. Oh, with the ladies by my side as we're walking into that glorious restaurant, open up the door, they look back at me and guess what they say? Oh yes, you already know what they say. They look at me and say, Mr. Wonderful Floyd, you are too damn sweet.